Hello, gamers, and welcome to the Thornier channel. And today, we're getting into it. I'm taking a break from Pokemon because I figured we gotta give Pokemon fans a break from my despicable hot takes. So, we're doing a different monsters. These monsters can't exactly fit in your pocket, but they can beat you the up. They can beat you up. So, this is a Monster Hunter tier list. We're starting with World because that was the first Monster Hunter game I played and I loved it. And we're gonna go ahead and just start with that. So, without further ado, we got the Great Jagras right here. Mid. It's a good looking lizard. It was really, cool at the start. It's the first monster you hunt. It gets extra props later on in the list for a reason that I think is very cool, because it basically becomes a weapon for another monster, and that's pretty dope. But overall itself, it's just your basic lizard monster, nothing too great, nothing to brag about, nothing super dangerous, just something, it's kind of there. Alright, moving on, we got the Kuliaku, which is also a C tier monster. Every monster can't be S tier, and this one is far from it. It's a gimmick with holding a rock and then basically kind of like blocking your attacks with the rock it's holding in its hand. Is kind of like, hey man, why you gotta do that? Put the rock down, but yeah, it's just kind of like, it's also an easy hunt, very easy. Next on the list, we got the Pukei-Pukei, finally out of C tier. I'm gonna go ahead and put its variant right next to it because they're equally as cool. But I like the Pukei-Pukei, the poison type. It's kind of a cool gimmick as a chameleon dragon with poison on it. It's pretty dope. The other version is water, so its attacks, instead of poison, it sprays water, and it's pretty dope. I really like it. I thought the Pukei-Pukei was really cute up until it wasn't. And now we got a monster that I tried to hunt to extinction, the Barroth. One of my first favorite monsters that I encountered. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing, it's so angry. It just charged. It blindly attacks. I need to slay it with my giant hammer stick. And it was so fun because I was a hammer main at the start. So I was actually breaking chunks of this monster off instead of just like hurting it. I was actually able to break its like forehead and other parts of its body. It felt good. It's the monster that made me fall in love with the hammer. Yeah, so there's that. It's really great. Then we got the big fish, the Geratodus. The Geratodus. I butchered its name, but it's a fish. It's kind of like, you thought you were gonna get introduced to the main monster because of all the spikes, and then it was like, surprise, fish. And they're like, no, it wasn't that. Tobi-Kadachi! We're gonna go ahead and put Tobi-Kadachi. Its variant form isn't as cool though, so I'm gonna put it down there. But regular Tobi-Kadachi is pretty dope. I like the electric lightning, like mammal type lizard. It's pretty cool. Anjanath. That is the top of A tier. Anjanath was like the first like monster that was like, oh crap, this game is crazy. Because in that intro scene where it shows up and it's standing on business, and it was like really scary. I was like, oh no, the Turkey Rex, it's coming to get me. But in Iceborne we got the Fulgur, and that's our first S tier. Honestly, I should have saved the Iceborne monsters for later on in the list, but they're kind of just organized that way. So, but yeah, we got our first S tier on the list because Lightning Anjanath in the color scheme and the patterns, it's so beautiful. It's so awesome. It is one of my favorite monsters to hunt. It is so cool. And this little, the Tiziaku, the little Flash, the Flash Lizard. Let's go flashbang ya, ba-bang! It's alright. I didn't mind fighting it. I didn't really like its armor or anything, so I didn't hunt it that much, but it was alright. Not too bad, not too bad. Then we got Palumulu, which is one of my other favorite monsters. I really like the armor set. I like the fluffy pinkness, and I also like this armor set too for the other variant. It's very cool. The Nightshade one. I really like it. Very cool. And then we got another cool lizard, top of B tier. The Great Gyros. Very cool. Paralyzed lizard. It's kind of like fun when you go down into the basically the wasteland of like the new world, and then you discover this lizard, and it's like it has like a gang of lizards that come out and attack you. So did the Great Jaguarus, but not as much as this lizard, because the other lizards, you know, like they gang up on you. They actually like stun you and stuff, so they're a lot more annoying, hard to deal with. But it's like design is so cool, and then it's like the alpha of those lizards is pretty awesome. This is one of my favorite ones. Radoban. Yes, the roly-poly bone lizard. Very cool. I definitely think it's an A tier for like one of the low level monsters. Definitely an A tier. Now we got Rathian on the list, and I'm gonna move Rathalos up because if you're ranking Rathian, you're ranking Rathalos next. So I'm gonna move up their forms. So you got the regular Rathian. Pink Rathian's a little bit cooler, and I am just gonna continue on with that. So regular Rathalos, and then blue Rathalos is actually really dope, and this monster is really dope as well. So that's how I kind of view them. A lot of people, it's all definitely the same fights, but I'm a sucker for the different colors. And I really like the blue on the Rathalos. It's very cool. The pattern, the color schemes, very cool. Very, very cool monster. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Now we got Legiana, the iconic screech of this game. One of the iconic screams of this game. I'm gonna put its other form right in the middle, like towards the top of A tier. It is an iconic ice dragon, or wyvern, sorry, for this game. Very good fight, very good area that it's in. I like it. I like it a lot. It's also really good in Iceborne. They gave it a little bit of a uffy buffy, but yeah, I like it. Nothing wrong with it. Odogaron, the regular form, not as cool, but you get to the other form, the night form, and it's so cool. It's definitely like one of the more top closer to the A tier monsters. The original one is kind of like meh. It's just like a feral dog, which is cool, but you know, it's definitely could be better, and it did get better. I think they brought this back as a guardian in Wilds. Wait, I know they did. I fought it. Yeah. Armor set is really, really cool. The weapons you can make from it are really, really cool as well. Oh, no, don't move it down. It deserves to be there. All right. Another monster that deserves to be in a high tier spot, Diablos. But I'm going to put it... Okay. I'm going to put it in the top of B tier just because the other form of it is definitely a lot cooler. And the armor set is a lot better on the other form because I like the color pattern. And it's a much more interesting fight than just screamer pod, smack, 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 hammer, 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 break the horns. You know, you do the same thing, but it's a little bit more aggressive, and that's why I like it. Kirin, S tier monster right there. You can't disrespect Kirin. Everybody's had that one fight when they're fighting Kirin for the first time and they just get instantly one shot by a lightning bolt from the sky. You have had that happen to you, and I do not want to hear it otherwise. That has definitely happened to you, okay? Listen to me. All right? So, yeah, it's definitely happened. But yes. So I really like it. I really, really do. It's Zoroth Magdaros, the main boss of the game. I love the Zoroth Magdaros hammer. I don't think it's as good as the other monsters on this list, but I really like the fights on it. I like the missions. They're so unique into themselves. Even though some people would say they're a little bit repetitive and boring, I liked being able to climb the giant monster and then whack it and hurt it. I don't think that, like, I think it's very good for just a specific boss type monster, especially because you can mine the material on its back, which makes it even more unique. It's literally a walking mountain, a walking volcano, and its weapons are really good. They're blast type weapons. Well, the hammer is definitely blast type. I think the gray sword is all. I think they're all blast type. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. Okay, Devil Joe and Savage Devil Joe. The only two monsters that I'm gonna put in S tier because they're my favorite monsters, along with Dodogama. Dodogama the goat. Okay, let me go ahead and talk about how great these monsters are. The Pickle Rex is one of the most iconic monsters of all time. Dare I say it, it is my favorite. It is. It's my favorite monster from Monster Hunter. I love it. I love its attitude. I love the fact that its Savage Mode's backstory is just it eating other Devil Joes, and it just kind of goes crazy and bonkers, and it's dying, and it's like just killing everything in its sight. It's really cool. It's one of the monsters that feels like when this monster's in the area, it's hunting you and not like everything else. Because it's on site with this monster. It doesn't matter how big the opponent is, doesn't matter what it is, it's on site. It is the first on site creature that you encounter, and it's awesome. And then Uragaan, another cool one. I'm gonna put it right in front of Radobaan. It's like the same, it's like the cousin to that, but I like this one a little bit better because it's gold. Firefish, I don't think I've seen anybody really fight this thing that often. I think it's a lot cooler than the regular fish because it's a firefish, which makes sense. Oh no, it's Beagle Guys! Basil Guys! Crashing into the list, disrupting everything again like it always does. Oh my goodness, I was almost done finishing this list and then I saw it's just destroying it. I can't believe it. D tier. Screw this thing on a personal level, but actually it's not. It's a good monster. It's a good monster to fight. And its other form is pretty good too. I wouldn't say I like it more than you know, Anjanath or Zorf Magdaros fight. But it's really annoying. But it's cool. I like it. The first time it comes in and it's like interrupts your fight, it's like, whoa, what the heck? I didn't know that it could do that. That's not allowed. And then it does it, and it's like, wow, that is allowed. Oh, and then we get into the S tiers. We got both forms of Nergigante S tier. Do I need to explain why the Thorn Dragon is one of Thorn's favorite? Do I? No, I don't think I do. Nergigante is him incarnate. Okay, Nergigante is the hunt your elder dragon down no matter what it is. It is going for it. Doesn't matter how big, strong, fast, or crazy it is. It literally was the dragon trying to attack and eat Zorf Magdaros. It's a crazy dragon. Yeah. So I don't think there's much more that needs to be said about it. And now we're getting into the Elder Dragons. Valhazak! Which I think... Oh man, this is gonna be controversial. I think Valhazak's armor and what armor set is cool. I'll put him in A tier, but my instincts were telling me to put him in B tier. Kushaladora is also an A tier. I definitely think it's better than the design is a lot cooler. I don't like the design for the armors that much for it, but I think the monster itself is cool. It's like the wind dragon spawns tornadoes. It's really cool. I like it. So yes, now we're getting into some Teostra and Lunastra, and these two are a force to be reckoned with, and they should be respected as such. I don't think I liked fighting both of these two goobers at the same time. I don't think anybody did. I think there's some people did, compared to some of these other monsters that we still have on the list. I think some people like fighting them together a lot compared to the other monsters. But personally, I don't like how everything blows up all the time. You know, but it's still cool. I like their designs. They're like lions. They're the lion griffin fire breathing explosion wyverns. Elder dragons, sorry. But they're very cool. I like them. I don't like them, but I like them. You know, but yeah. Xeno'jiiva. yeah, it's the final boss monster, right? For the mainline game. I wish there was another form to it. It feels like we were just sent there. Like, I guess we had to kill it on sight because if it grew up, it would be too strong to control or something like that. It was crazy. But, you know, I really like the laser attacks. It's a cool design. I like the fight. It's a good boss monster. Behemoth. Behemoth is alright. I feel like putting him right there. And then, oh my goodness, Lashen and Ancient Lashen. We're gonna put them at the top of A tier. The witch, what do you call it? The Witcher fight with them. Oh my gosh, that crossover was awesome. It was very awesome. It was super awesome, in fact. I really liked it. It was a cool idea. Kuvel Tarov, one of the raid monsters, I think, right? With the where you break the gold on it and then you reveal it, and that's like, yeah, I think it's a very cool raid monster. I liked it. I fought it a few times with my friends, but we were too busy upgrading other gear at the time. So I never really like cared for it that much. I was kind of just there to do a duty, and that was about it. Biototus. Oh man, just right there. No, hold on. It's the ice fish. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right there. I think the design is a lot better than the firefish and waterfish, but it's still a fish. And yeah, I think Ban Barrow was a really good introduction fight for Iceborne. I think the Baratoth was like a great set standard for like what this DLC has in store for you, along with its alter ego. Nargacuga. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier. I really like it. I think it's really cool. I like the armor set. I like the fight. I like how it like can leap at you and it like climbs the trees real fast and jumps and glides, and it's a very fast fighter. It feels so good when you get the hammer hit on its head and it's like mid-flight and it's like you dink it and it goes, oh, how could you do this? Glavins is very cool. Definitely right next to Anjanath. Actually above Anjanath. Same with this other form above Anjanath for me. I really like this fight. I love the sword dragon. I love it. I really do. I really like it. Tiger Rex. Oh, this is gonna piss people off, but I don't like it as much. I like the other form of it, but I do not like just Tiger Rex on its own. I think it's too much like Barioth. Like the fight feels very similar. I think no, Tiger Rex came first. It's in other games I've heard, but this is my first world game, so it felt like I've already done that fight before. So, but also, I mean, it's still really cool. I like it a lot, but compared to like the other ones on like the top of A tier and then the top of S tier, I feel like it's definitely at a good spot between Lashen and Nargacuga. Because now we're getting into the big boys. Brachiodeos! An S tier monster along with its other form. I love regular Brachiodeos more though. It is so cool. The fact that it just rages out and it starts punching everything and makes everything explode. It is such a fun fight. The design of the monster is so cool. It's very intimidating. It's fast and it fights like a brute. It's gonna give you hell. It's awesome. I love it. Okay. So now we got Velkhana, which is also up there. I think it's a very, like, probably the coolest ice type in the game. Probably the coolest one. Yeah. I didn't like Namali as much. I still think it's cool, but, like, compared to the other monsters, I think it's, like, right here between, like, Xeno'jiiva levels. I think it's a little bit less. I just don't like the design as much. I know that might be heresy for some people, but, like, I can't deny how I feel about the monster. I did not like it as much as other monsters on the list. I'm gonna put that one at the bottom. In Zygor. I never fought this thing that much, so I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the A tier. This one's like a no. And now we get to one of a fan favorite. Oh my goodness, the bane of most of people's existence, right? Rajang, the Saiyan, the Goku of the Monster Hunter world. Yes, it's terrifying. It's strong. It's got that Devil Joe mindset where it just wants to fight for the thrill of fighting. It's got everything that the S tier category requires. Mentality. And I love it. But yeah, nothing more needs to be said. It deserves its spot in S tier. It's definitely deserved. Alright. Now we're getting on to Alterion. Which I don't remember fighting this thing. I think I've only ever fought this thing once. Gosh. Where do I put this thing? I'm just gonna put it right here. I don't remember fighting it, because the next fight of the list is Fatalis. Oh, Fatalis. And Fatalis should be S tier. I don't think anybody's arguing with Fatalis being S tier, right? I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't want to tell Fatalis, oh man, sorry, but you're an A tier. You're made of the dead bodies of hunters before me, but you're an A tier. You're not an S tier. You're the black dragon, the vile, vicious dragon that you could ever fight. Terrifying incarnate, flame burning existence into ash. I wouldn't argue with Fatalis. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't argue with him. He could stay at the top of S tier and chill there for all I care. Alright. But that's it for the list. We have one more down here, but it kind of just looks like Rathalos again. But I don't remember fighting this thing. It's probably different, but I'm gonna put it in A tier. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it in B tier. And someone in the comments, you could tell me which wyvern this is. But I don't remember what that one. That one's the one I have no memory of, like, whatsoever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just another version of Rathalos that was already on the list, probably. Not sure. Yeah, well, there's Rathalos right there. I don't know. Not sure. Alright, but in S tier, we got Fatalis. Oh, Fatalis. At number 1. Then we got Fulgur Anjanath, Kieran, Devil Joe, Savage Devil Joe, Dodo Gama, best boy, Nergigante's alternate form, Brachydios' alternate form, Rajang, Furious Rajang. In S tier, all these monsters have one thing in common: mentality. Especially Dodo Gama. Dodo Gama is honestly right next to Fatalis. You know, probably the best boy in that game. But yeah, I loved all these fights. These are definitely my favorite fights in this series, in this game, actually. I love their armor sets. I love their weapon sets. I love basically everything about these monsters. These monsters are pretty great all around. A tier, you could say the same. Some of them have iffy placements, but A tier is basically for the monsters that I really enjoyed fighting, or monsters that I had to fight a decent amount of times to get weapons and armor sets that I really wanted from them. Or I've had a really great time fighting these monsters with a group of friends. So they're all great. I really like Lishen. I like Zora Magdaros. I like Anjanath. I really like Nagakuga. I like Legiana. I like Betelgeuse. You know, I like the alternate forms of the Rathalos. Palamulu is also a really cute armor set. But some of these fights were really tough, and they got in here because of their toughness, and then some of the fights got in here because of the looks. So that's where A tier is. They are A tier because they have great qualities about them, but they're lacking that mentality. B tier. We're getting into there's some good things that I like about them, some things I don't, but there's a lot to like. But there's also not a lot to not like. But yeah, I think a lot of the monsters in D tier are just like entry-level monsters, except for the bottom two. Honestly, don't remember fighting this guy, so I just kind of put him there. Because I feel like he deserved to be on the list somewhere. Unless this is Gormagala. No, it's not. It's definitely not. Oh, not Thorn quickly looking to see if what's this monster's name. Not Thorn quickly looking. Yan Garugan. Yeah. What does this monster actually look like? I don't remember this. I have no memory. Oh, that's what it looks like. Okay, yeah, no, it's fine in B tier. Yeah, no, it's fine in B tier. No one's gonna give a shite about this dragon, this wyvern right here. All right, cool. C tier, we got just your beginner monsters, and then Odogaron, the first form of Odogaron, because this thing pissed me off of Bleed. It really made me mad. The original one, the first fight with it, with my low rank armor, with the Bleed, makes me mad to this day. But it's fine. Nothing against it. It's still a C tier. Definitely no D tiers, no F tiers, because in Monster Hunter, there is no F tier monster. All right, that's the list. If you like the list, make sure you slap up a nice tummy thick like and subscribe. If you have a different opinion than me, please fill it out with what you would put on your S rank up at the top of the comments list. Tell me your favorite monster and let me know down in the comments below. Until we see each other again, gamers, take care, peace out, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!